This video, I hope to help you understand a little bit more about polynomials. Of course, this is a polynomial. This equation should actually equal y. When we solve, we set the equation equal to 0. When we set an equation equal to 0, and that's the graph of the equation, when y is equal to 0, it's the x-axis. So when you solve a polynomial, you're finding the 2 points, if they exist, where the graph crosses the x-axis. It's important if you're making a video game or playing a video game even, and I'll draw on a tree and a house, a little grass too. Y is equal to 0 is where the ground is, or so if I had a rocket, it's where it hit the ground and burned up the tree. Anyway, I digress. Back to the point. But algebra is very useful for video game design. That's the graph of that equation. Now I'm going to solve for it. I set the equation equal to 0, so it looks like that. Let me fade everything out. If I factor the equation, I get this, x minus 5 times x minus 3, and I set that equal to 0. If x minus 5 is 0, or if x minus 3 is 0, either of these are 0, then the whole thing is 0. If I have 0 times x minus 3 is equal to 0, what I'm doing is I'm making the x minus 5 0. Now, how do I do that? Let me show you. X minus 5 is equal to 0. I add 5 to both sides of the equation, which gives me x is equal to plus 5. In algebra and mathematics, we don't carry the plus sign, so we just write x is equal to 5. I take that 5 and I put it back up there, so I have 5 minus 5. I take the 5 and also put it there because I have two x's. This equates to 0 times 2, and that equals 0. One of the solutions is 5. Just to check, let me put that 5 back into the original equation. I have 5 squared minus 8 times 5 plus 15, and all this equals 0. Of course, 5 squared is 25. Negative 8 times 5 is 40. Adding the 15, this all equals 0. 25 minus 40 is negative 15. Negative 15 plus 15 is equal to 0. That works. Now it's time to make x minus 3 equal to 0. X minus 3 is equal to 0. I add plus 3 to both sides of the equation. X is equal to 3. I put the 3 for that x, and I put 3 up there for that x. This gives me negative 2 times 0, which is equal to 0. Since I have two solutions, this gives me 3 and 5 as the solutions to the equation. So the graph crosses at 5, 0, x is 5, y is 0. The other point is 3, 0, where x is 3 and y is equal to 0. I solved the equation and I discovered or figured out where the graph crosses the x-axis.